If you've got just 4 days to explore Ho Chi Minh City, you're probably wondering how to see everything without missing the big stuff. This former Saigon is a wild mix of war history, ancient temples, and crazy street food all packed into Vietnam's biggest city. I'm going to show you exactly how to spend your time here with a day-by-day breakdown that covers the must-see historical sites, the best local experiences, and those Instagram-worthy spots that'll make your friends jealous. Let's make every hour count in this incredible city. You're walking through District 1 at 7 a.m., and there's already a massive line of locals snaking around the corner from 26 La Trieng Street. This isn't just any sandwich shop. Banh Mi Huynh Hoa has been perfecting their recipe for decades, and locals will wait 30 minutes just for one sandwich. This family business became legendary by stuffing their banh mi with multiple cold cuts, pâté, and fresh pickled vegetables on baguettes baked fresh every morning. The bread's crisp exterior and soft interior make all the difference. You want to get here early because they sell out of the best ingredient combinations as the day goes on. This 65,000 VND sandwich sets the perfect tone for your Ho Chi Minh City adventure with authentic local flavors from day one. Right in the center of the city sits 3 attractions that tell the story of French colonial influence, all within a 5-minute walk of each other. The Saigon Central Post Office looks more like a European train station than a mail facility, and there's a fascinating reason why. French architect Marie-Alfred Fulhu designed this building with high arched ceilings and Victorian-era wooden phone booths that still work today. Notre Dame Cathedral's red bricks and stained glass windows were shipped directly from France during construction from 1877 to 1883. The Twin Towers rise 60 meters above the city with iron spires on top. Ho Chi Minh City Book Street connects this colonial past with modern Vietnamese culture through its pedestrian walkway lined with bookstores and cafes. For photos, shoot the post office's grand foyer from the entrance to capture those arched ceilings. The cathedral's best angle is from the street showing both towers. Spending 45 minutes here covers 3 major attractions efficiently since they're literally across the street from each other. You're standing in front of the building where one of the most famous moments in modern history happened on April 30th, 1975. This isn't just a government building. It's the exact spot where North Vietnamese Tank 843 crashed through the gates, ending the Vietnam War and reunifying the country. Walk through the preserve rooms where South Vietnam's president lived and worked. The basement bunker still holds original war maps and communication equipment from those final days. You'll see the cabinet meeting room where major decisions were made, the president's living quarters with 1970s furniture, and the rooftop helicopter pad used for escapes. Everything looks frozen in time because architect Ngo Viet Thu designed these modernist spaces to reflect that era. Spending 90 minutes here gives you essential context for understanding Vietnam's modern history and reunification. After a morning of history, you need authentic Vietnamese comfort food, and Nha Tu serves exactly what locals eat at home. This family-run restaurant doesn't look like much from the outside, but it's been serving the same recipes for 3 generations at 129 4 Va Van Tan Street in District 3. You'll discover their specialty dishes like steamed snails stuffed with minced pork that seduces with umami and lemongrass fragrance, and mixed veggies dressed in fish sauce reduction with pork crackling. The setting feels like eating at a Vietnamese grandmother's house with green plants creating a nostalgic vibe and a lovely top-floor balcony. This 45-minute lunch break recharges you with real Vietnamese flavors and gives you a break from the tourist crowds. This museum holds some of the most intense and important exhibits you'll see anywhere in Southeast Asia at 28 Vo Van Tan Street. The War Remnants Museum doesn't hold back. It shows the brutal reality of war through photographs and artifacts that are difficult but necessary to see. You'll navigate through exhibits covering Agent Orange effects on 4th-generation victims, prisoner conditions including the actual tiger cages used for Viet Cong prisoners, and war photography like the Pulitzer Prize-winning shot The Terror of War by Nick Ut. The courtyard displays decommissioned planes, tanks, and helicopters that show the war's massive scale. These 2 hours are heavy but essential for understanding the Vietnamese perspective on the war and its lasting effects. After the intensity of the War Museum, Tao Dan Park offers the perfect place to decompress while watching daily Vietnamese life unfold. This isn't just a park, it's where locals practice Tai Chi, play badminton, and gather for social activities that show you authentic Vietnamese culture. Walk the peaceful paths where residents do morning exercises, then head to Cafe Trung 3T for the famous Vietnamese egg coffee that's become a cultural phenomenon. They make it by whisking egg yolks with sugar and condensed milk until fluffy, then layer it over strong Vietnamese coffee. This drink represents Vietnamese innovation during wartime shortages when milk wasn't available. This 90-minute break gives you cultural insight while letting you recover emotionally before continuing your day. From the peaceful park atmosphere, head over to this beautiful neoclassical building that houses the complete story of how Saigon became Ho Chi Minh City. The museum sits in the former Gia Long Palace, and its exhibits reveal layers of history from ancient times through French colonialism to modern day. You'll discover artifacts from the Dong Son, Funan, Khmer, and Cham civilizations that show how different ethnic groups shaped this area. The exhibits cover trade history, village handicrafts, currency, and cultural evolution that created this cosmopolitan city. Check out displays about city development and how various cultures blended together over centuries. This 75-minute visit gives you context for everything you're seeing in the city and helps you understand its cultural complexity. As the sun sets, Nguyen Walking Street transforms into the beating heart of Ho Chi Minh City's social life. This pedestrian street connects multiple iconic locations: City Hall, the Cafe Apartment, and Good Day Cafe, each offering a different perspective on modern Vietnamese life. You'll experience the contrast between the grand French colonial City Hall and the quirky cafe apartment building filled with tiny coffee shops stacked like apartments. Navigate the evening crowd, street performers, and food vendors while enjoying coffee with a view at Good Day Cafe overlooking the pedestrian mall. This 2-hour evening experience shows you how Ho Chi Minh City blends old architecture with new social spaces and vibrant street culture. Just a few blocks away from the walking street energy, head over to Vinh Con Food Street in District 4. Forget tourist restaurants. This narrow street is where Ho Chi Minh City locals come for serious street food every night. This street transforms after dark into a food paradise, but navigating it requires knowing what to order and where to sit. You'll discover must-try dishes like grilled seafood, Vietnamese hot pot, and banh xeo served at plastic tables right on the street. Point at what looks good and use hand gestures to communicate with vendors. Sit wherever there's space and eat with your hands when needed. This 90-minute dinner caps off your first day with real Vietnamese flavors and authentic social atmosphere. Day 2 starts with coffee at Soo Cafe, a local favorite that represents Ho Chi Minh City's thriving coffee culture. Vietnam is the world's second largest coffee producer, but Soo Cafe does something special with their beans that keeps locals coming back daily. You'll experience their signature Vietnamese egg coffee, a foamy drink that originated in Hanoi but became popular throughout Vietnam. The cafe sits on the second floor across from Ben Thanh Market's west side, giving you views away from the market chaos. Try their iced coffee with condensed milk made from strong Robusta beans, or grab an iced fruit drink with passion fruit cake. This 45-minute coffee experience energizes you while showing authentic Vietnamese coffee culture. From your coffee spot, head over to Cholon, which is Ho Chi Minh City's Chinatown, and Binh Tay Market is its bustling commercial heart where Chinese Vietnamese culture thrives. This isn't just a tourist market. It's a massive wholesale trading center where the real business of the Chinese community happens daily. You'll navigate the maze of over 2,100 stalls selling everything from herbs to electronics, while experiencing the unique blend of Chinese and Vietnamese cultures. Chinese immigrants settled here in the 18th century and shaped the city's commerce. The market's octagonal layout spans 17,000 square meters with 12 gates and 4 clock faces. Spending 2 hours here shows you how Ho Chi Minh City embraces multiple cultures and how Chinese Vietnamese people maintain their traditions. From the market's commercial energy, walk to nearby temples that represent the spiritual side of this community. These two sacred spaces reveal the deep spiritual traditions that Chinese immigrants brought to Ho Chi Minh City. Quan Pagoda and Tue Than Assembly Hall aren't just tourist attractions, they're active places of worship where you'll witness real religious practices. You'll experience the incense-filled atmosphere at Quan Pagoda, where locals pray to Nguyen, the goddess of mercy. The temple blends Buddhist and Taoist practices with folk worship of the sea goddess Mazu. Remove your hat, dress modestly, and stay quiet during prayers. This 90-minute temple visit gives you insight into how religious traditions adapt and survive in a new country. Continue exploring Chinese culture at Andong Market, which specializes in textiles and fashion, showing you another side of Ho Chi Minh City's commercial diversity. This market looks chaotic, but it's actually highly organized with different floors specializing in specific types of goods and services at 34 to 36 and Duong Vuong Street. You'll discover the wholesale fabric trade, custom tailoring services, and how this market supplies clothing throughout southern Vietnam. The market features over 2,300 stalls with traditional Vietnamese garments, plus products from Guangzhou, Japan, and Thailand. Start bargaining at half the asking price and check fabric quality by feeling the material. This 60-minute market visit shows you Ho Chi Minh City's textile industry and gives you shopping opportunities at wholesale prices. After all that market exploration, head over to Bo Co Gain, which specializes in one dish, Vietnamese beef stew, and they've perfected it since 1975. This isn't fancy dining, but their Bo Co represents authentic Vietnamese comfort food that locals have been eating for generations. You'll experience the rich, aromatic stew with ribs, tendon, flank, and beef balls served with fresh bread or noodles. The broth has sweet and savory flavors with robust, meaty taste. Then head to Soo Cafe, the oldest cafe in Ho Chi Minh City, in District 1 for coffee with a unique city view. Vietnamese coffee culture continues throughout the day here. Try their traditional iced coffee with condensed milk. The bitter and sweet combination is addictive. This 75-minute lunch break gives you authentic flavors while the cafe provides a peaceful spot to plan your afternoon temple visits. Refreshed and caffeinated, head over to these two temples that represent different aspects of Vietnamese spirituality. One Buddhist, one Taoist. Both essential to understanding local beliefs. Gia Loi Temple played a crucial role in South Vietnamese politics during the 1960s, while Jade Emperor Pagoda houses some of the most mysterious and atmospheric religious art in the city. You'll experience the peaceful meditation halls of Gia Loi, where monks protested against President Ngo Dinh Diem's government. Then enter the incense-shrouded, dimly lit world of Jade Emperor Pagoda, with its intricate statues and turtle pond. The Hall of Ten Hells shows afterlife depictions, while other shrines honor different deities. These 2 hours give you deep insight into Vietnamese spiritual life. From ancient spiritual traditions, walk over to this bright pink Catholic church that stands out dramatically in Ho Chi Minh City's landscape and represents the Vietnamese adaptation of Christianity. Built in the early 1900s, this church shows how Catholic architecture was modified for Vietnamese tastes and tropical climate. You'll explore the unique pink exterior that was repainted in 1957, making it one of the most photographed spots in the city. The Gothic Revival architecture features pointed arches and ribbed vaults adapted for Vietnam's weather. Catholicism spread here during French colonial rule when numerous churches were built as symbols of French influence. This 30-minute visit shows you another layer of Ho Chi Minh City's religious complexity and architectural diversity. From the Pink Church, head over to Ho Thi Ki Food Street, which comes alive after dark with a different energy than Vinh, focusing more on snacks and social eating. This street food scene caters to younger locals and offers dishes you won't find in regular restaurants, but knowing what to try requires local knowledge. You'll navigate various stalls selling grilled meats, Vietnamese pancakes, and unique snacks while experiencing the social atmosphere of outdoor dining. Point at what looks good and sit wherever there's space. Vietnamese street food is meant to be shared, so order multiple dishes and eat family style. This 90-minute dinner experience gives you different flavors from day one while showing you how diverse Vietnamese street food culture really is. Day 3 takes you outside the city to one of Vietnam's most famous historical sites, the Cu Chi Tunnels located 60 kilometers from Ho Chi Minh City. This isn't just a tourist attraction, it's a 200-kilometer underground network that was crucial to Viet Cong operations during the war. You'll experience crawling through actual tunnels that are only 80 centimeters wide and 100 centimeters high, seeing booby traps, and understanding how soldiers lived underground for months at a time. The tunnels reach up to 12 meters deep with multiple layers and secret entrances. This half-day trip gives you essential context for understanding Vietnamese resilience and military strategy. After experiencing wartime history in the morning, head over to Vinh Home's Central Park and Landmark 81 in the afternoon, which show you Vietnam's rapid economic development and modern ambitions. Landmark 81 is Southeast Asia's tallest building at 1,512 feet, but it represents more than just height. It symbolizes Vietnam's transformation into a modern economy. You'll experience the contrast between the underground tunnels you saw this morning and this gleaming skyscraper with its observation deck on floors 79, 80, and 81. Explore the upscale shopping with over 100 international brands like Dior and Calvin Klein, plus nearly 30 restaurants and luxury apartments that show how Ho Chi Minh City attracts global investment. This 2-hour visit demonstrates the incredible transformation Vietnam has achieved in just decades since the war ended. From the city's highest point, head over to the Rainbow Bridge as evening approaches for one of Ho Chi Minh City's most photographed spots, especially during golden hour. This isn't just about Instagram photos. The bridge represents how the city embraces colorful, joyful public art and urban development. You'll experience the bridge's changing colors that light up against the night sky, plus the surrounding park area where locals gather for evening walks and exercise. The vibrant design philosophy makes this spot popular with both locals and tourists looking for that perfect shot. This 45-minute stop gives you great photos while showing how Ho Chi Minh City creates new landmarks for the social media age. Your final day starts with Hu Tu Nam Vang, a Cambodian-influenced noodle soup that shows Ho Chi Minh City's multicultural food scene at Thun Dat Restaurant. This dish represents the complex cultural mixing that makes Ho Chi Minh City unique. Vietnamese techniques with Cambodian flavors creating something totally different. You'll experience the clear broth, fresh noodles, and mix of seafood and pork that makes this breakfast different from pho. Then head to Little Hanoi Cafe for their egg coffee, a rich, creamy treat that brings northern coffee traditions south to Ho Chi Minh City. This 60-minute breakfast gives you another layer of cultural understanding while energizing you for your final day of exploration. Head over from your breakfast spot to Vietnam's oldest zoo and botanical garden, which has been operating since 1865, making it one of the world's oldest zoos still in operation. This isn't just about animals. The botanical garden houses rare plants, and the zoo reflects Vietnam's complex relationship with wildlife conservation. You'll explore historic gardens with species from across Southeast Asia, see native Vietnamese animals, and understand how this colonial-era institution has adapted to modern conservation goals. The botanical garden preserves plant species, while the zoo focuses on protecting Vietnamese wildlife through education and breeding programs. This 2-hour visit gives you a peaceful break while learning about Vietnam's natural heritage and conservation challenges. From the zoo, take a grab to Phap Hoa Temple at 870 Trong Sa Street in District 3. This temple showcases a different style of Buddhist architecture than the temples you visited, with more elaborate decorative elements inspired by northern Vietnamese pagoda design. This temple represents how Buddhist architecture evolved in Vietnam, incorporating local artistic traditions with classical Buddhist design like upward curving roofs adorned with dragon motifs. You'll experience ornate decorations, peaceful courtyards with green trees and a small lake, plus active worship while learning about different schools of Vietnamese Buddhism. Check out the 2 white reclining Buddha statues at the front entrance that represent Buddha's final days before entering nirvana. This 45-minute visit completes your understanding of Vietnamese Buddhist traditions and architectural diversity. From the temple, head over to Com Tam Ba Gien at 84 Dang Van Ngu for lunch. Com Tam, broken rice, is a Ho Chi Minh City specialty, and this restaurant has been perfecting this dish for decades. This humble dish of broken rice with grilled pork represents Southern Vietnamese cuisine at its most authentic and beloved. You'll experience the perfectly grilled pork chop marinated in their secret sauce, pickled vegetables, and fish sauce that make this simple dish so satisfying to locals. Broken rice became popular in southern Vietnam because these imperfect grains were affordable for working-class families. Mix all the components together for balanced sweet, savory, and tangy flavors. This 45-minute lunch gives you one of the most authentic Southern Vietnamese food experiences possible. After lunch, head over to Ho Chi Minh City's most famous market for souvenir shopping and final cultural immersion. Ben Thanh Market is touristy, but it's also a real working market that serves locals and offers the widest variety of Vietnamese goods in one place at over 1,100 booths. Yes, you'll encounter aggressive vendors, but knowing how to navigate the market lets you find genuine products and fair prices. Check out the food section with fresh produce, handicrafts like lacquerware and coconut dinnerware, textiles, and souvenirs while learning bargaining techniques. Start at 50% of asking prices and walk away if needed. This 90-minute market experience gives you souvenir shopping opportunities while showing you Vietnamese commercial culture. From street-level commerce, head up to the city's most famous viewpoint at Bitexco Financial Tower. The Bitexco Tower's observation deck offers the best panoramic views of Ho Chi Minh City and helps you understand the city's layout from 50 floors up. You can see how the city has grown from the historic center outward, creating distinct districts with different characters. Experience sunset views over the Saigon River, identify landmarks you've visited, and understand how rapid development is changing the skyline. The tower's unique architecture makes it a symbol of Vietnam's economic growth. Best photography times are golden hour and blue hour for dramatic lighting. This 60-minute sky-high experience gives you perspective on everything you've explored and shows the city's ambitious future plans. Descend back to street level for some final shopping at these 3 destinations that represent different aspects of modern Vietnamese consumer culture, from luxury to bargain hunting. The contrast between upscale Saigon Center and bargain-focused Saigon Square shows how Ho Chi Minh City serves every economic level. You'll experience international brands like Zara and H&M at Vincom Center, plus local designers and everything in between while seeing how Vietnamese shopping habits are evolving. Saigon Square offers affordable fashion items and traditional Vietnamese crafts in an upscale market setting. This 90-minute shopping tour shows you economic diversity and how globalization is changing Vietnamese consumer culture. From the modern shopping experience, walk over to Turtle Lake, where locals come to exercise, relax, and socialize away from the tourist areas. This isn't a major tourist attraction, but it shows you authentic daily life and how Ho Chi Minh City residents create peaceful spaces in a busy city. You'll experience the evening exercise routines where people practice Tai Chi and badminton, families enjoying the park with their kids, and the slower pace that contrasts with the city's usual energy. Watch how Vietnamese people use public spaces for community activities and social interaction. This 45-minute peaceful interlude gives you insight into local life and provides a calm transition to your final evening activity. From the peaceful lake atmosphere, head over to end your Ho Chi Minh City adventure in the area that best represents the city's vibrant nightlife and international atmosphere. Vien Street is Ho Chi Minh City's most famous nightlife area, where locals and international visitors create a unique party atmosphere. This street represents both the best and most chaotic aspects of Ho Chi Minh City's international appeal and nightlife energy. You'll experience the mix of rooftop bars, street beer vendors, live music, and the social energy that makes this area famous throughout Southeast Asia. Navigate the different types of venues, understand local nightlife customs, and see how Vietnamese and international cultures blend in the evening. This final evening experience shows you Ho Chi Minh City's reputation as a fun, welcoming destination where East meets West. Your 4 days have taken you from colonial history through war sites to modern skyscrapers and authentic street culture. These experiences showcase Ho Chi Minh City's incredible ability to honor its complex past while embracing a dynamic future. You've seen how temples huddle amid skyscrapers and designer shops, creating striking contrasts throughout the city. Head over to Ho Chi Minh City and experience this cultural crossroads yourself. Share your own discoveries in the comments below. This city represents how any place can transform while maintaining its authentic character. If this itinerary helped you plan your trip, hit that like button, subscribe for more travel guides, and let me know which day excited you most.